The stars were gone. Only black sky. No signal. No light. Just the sound of metal tearing, and a scream lost in the cold. A ship fell from the sky like a burning star. It crashed into an alien world with a loud explosion. Snow turned to steam. The ground shook. From the smoking wreck, something moved. A broken arm pushed open the twisted door. A man pulled himself out, gasping for air. His helmet cracked. His suit ripped. Blood on his face. Captain Ray Walker, Earth soldier, war survivor, now just a man trying to stay alive. He looked up at the sky. No sun. Just clouds swirling like smoke. The moon was quiet. Dead. Or so it looked. Ray limped through the icy land, his boots sinking into soft snow. His breath was fog. His hands shaking. His comlink was dead. No help was coming. His ship was destroyed. His team gone. Only one voice echoed in his head. Survive. No matter what. After hours of walking, Ray found a cave hidden in the rocks. He scanned it with his broken visor. No power readings. No movement. Just cold stone. Better than dying outside. He stepped in. Darkness swallowed him. Ray lit a flare. Red light filled the cave. The air was dry. Empty. Or not empty. He heard something. A whisper. A breath. He turned fast, gun ready. Nothing. But then eyes. Golden eyes. Glowing in the dark. A figure stepped forward. Slowly. Carefully. Not human. Tall. Silver skin. White hair. Slim armor cracked and stained with blue blood. She looked weak. Her legs shaking. Her chest rising and falling fast. Then, she did something strange. She fell to her knees. And she spoke. Her voice was soft. Broken. Tired. Don't kill me, human. I'll warm your bed. Ray stared, stunned. A weapon in one hand. A question in the other. What did you just say? The alien woman didn't look up. She kept her head low. I not fight. I no threat. Please, keep me warm. Ray's gun didn't move. You're one of them. You attacked Earth. I crashed too, she whispered. My team leave me. I alone. Ray stepped closer. Why would you offer to warm my bed? In my world, warmth is survival. 2 bodies. Less death. He didn't know if she was lying, playing a trick, or just scared. But he knew one thing. The night here would be cold enough to kill him too. He looked at her. This strange creature who begged for life, not war. He lowered the gun. Move, and I shoot. Ray set up a small heat pack from his bag. It barely warmed the space. The alien sat across from him, hugging her knees. My name is Ray, he said. She looked up. Nara, you speak English. Only little. I learned from war recordings. They sat in silence. The fire between them hummed. Outside, the storm screamed like a monster. You a soldier? He asked. Nara nodded. You came to kill humans? She paused, then said softly, I was told you were monsters. Ray smiled sadly. Funny. We were told the same about you. Nara's hands were trembling. She looked fragile now, like a dying star. Not a killer. Ray tossed her a protein bar. Eat. She took it, surprised. Why you help me? She asked. I don't know yet. That night, Ray didn't sleep. He kept the gun close. But when he turned to check on her, she wasn't there. His heart jumped. Then he heard breathing. Close. He turned. She was right behind him. He raised the gun. I said don't move. Nara stepped back. Hands up. I was cold. You could have asked. I was scared. Ray watched her. She wasn't lying. Or maybe she was a very good liar. He sighed and looked away. Stay where I can see you. Nara sat down slowly. She whispered something in her language. Ray didn't understand the words, but the way she said them felt like a prayer. The next morning, Ray walked back to the wreck to get parts. On the side of the crashed ship, he saw something new. A strange symbol carved deep into the steel. It was glowing faintly. He touched it. Cold. Not human. Ray ran back to the cave. Nara! What is this? He shouted, showing her a photo of the symbol. Her face went white. That? is a hunter's mark. A what? My people. They come. They follow this mark. They kill all who touch it. Ray's hands clenched. How long? Not long. He looked out at the sky. Clouds moving fast. Something was coming. Not cold. War. The cold came fast. The alien moon turned darker. Wind stronger. Snow sharper. The small heater Ray had set up was dying. His battery blinked red. The temperature was dropping. Ray Walker sat near the cave wall, arms crossed, teeth clenched. Across the fire sat Nara, the alien woman, her silver skin now pale blue. She was shivering. Her long hair hung over her eyes. She looked weak. Ray knew they wouldn't survive the night like this. I need to fix the heat, Ray muttered. He pulled out a metal case, opened the battery panel, and cursed. The energy cell was cracked. Useless. We'll freeze in 3 hours, he said. Nara didn't answer, but then she looked at him. Slowly, quietly. I can help, but you won't like it. Ray frowned. What do you mean? In my world, we survive cold by merging heat. Body to body. Shared skin. Ray stared. You mean sleeping next to each other? She nodded. Closer. Skin to skin. Or we die. Ray looked at her. Her voice was calm. Her eyes steady. Not begging this time. Just facts. He didn't trust her. But the cold wasn't a choice. Ray moved beside her. If you try anything at all, I don't want to die, she whispered. Ray hesitated, then removed part of his gear, enough to feel her warmth. They lay close. His heart was racing. She was colder than he expected. But after minutes, the warmth started to spread. Neither spoke. Only silence. Only breath. Hours passed. Ray drifted into sleep. But deep inside that sleep came a memory. Screams. A young girl crying, his sister. The war. The bomb. He couldn't save her. He woke up gasping and saw Nara's hand touching his chest armor. Her eyes were glowing faintly. What are you doing? He shouted, jumping back and grabbing his gun. Nara didn't move. I was checking. Checking what? She said nothing for a moment. Then, your armor. It has code. Human command data. I can read some of it. Ray narrowed his eyes. You hacked my armor? No. I only looked. I know your war language. Your symbols. I was trained. Trained for what? To understand you. To know your weaknesses. Ray aimed the gun at her again. His voice was sharp. You said you weren't a threat. I'm not. Then what are you? She finally looked up, her face half-shadowed in firelight. I was a spy. Silence. Ray's hands shook. She continued. I was born to fight humans. I studied your ways, your tech, your mind. I trained for many years. Then I was sent to Earth's moons. But my team betrayed me. They said I was too soft, too human. You're saying they left you to die? Nara nodded. Ray sat down slowly, still watching her. Why tell me now? Because you saved me. And I feel something strange. What's strange? I don't want to kill you anymore. The next morning, Ray tested his armor. A screen blinked. An error message showed up. Security warning. Data module accessed externally. His heart sank. He looked at Nara. She saw the screen. Her face changed. I didn't steal anything, she shouted. Ray didn't speak. He checked his logs. Some military map files were copied. Not all, just a part. Nara, what did you take? She looked down. Coordinates. The place where humans store something powerful. Your secret weapon. Why? She whispered. Because others are coming. My people. They will find you. And they will use me. Use you? They put a tracker in me. I thought it was dead. But last night, it woke up. Ray's eyes widened. Wait. They can find us? Nara nodded. They're already coming. Ray ran outside. His scanner beeped. 3 moving signals. Fast. Not human. He came back in. They'll be here in 1 day. He looked at Nara. Then we run. She shook her head. I can slow them down. But I need you to trust me. Ray was silent, then said, I don't know if I can. Nara reached into her armor, pulled out a small glowing chip. This is my code key. If I betray you, use this. It can shut me down. Ray looked at it. A deadly gift. He took it. That night, as they packed to leave the cave, Ray turned to her. Why me? He asked. Why did you kneel? Why not just kill me when you had the chance? Nara looked up at him. Her voice was low. Because when I saw your eyes, I saw fear, not hate. I saw a man who didn't want war. And now, I want to protect you. Ray didn't reply, but he kept the chip. In case. The wind screamed louder now. Ray and Nara ran through a frozen valley, snow flying around their legs. Sharp rocks cut through the fog. Their feet were numb, but they didn't stop. The signal was getting stronger. Enemies were coming. They found shelter in a half-buried escape pod. Old, dead tech, but enough to hide in for now. Ray set a trap at the entrance. Nara sat near the corner, her body shaking again. Not from cold, but from something else. She was changing. Her skin glowed faintly under her armor. Thin blue lines ran across her arms. Her pulse was fast. You okay? Ray asked. She didn't answer at first. Then said, It's the tracker inside me. When enemies get close, it reacts. Ray pulled out the chip she gave him. You sure I won't need to use this? She nodded, but her eyes showed fear. Not for herself, but for him. As Ray searched the pod, he found something strange. A wall with dried marks. Blood marks. Not human. Alien writing. Scratched deep into the metal. He touched it. Still fresh. He called her over. What is this? Nara's face went pale. That is a blood pact. What does it mean? It's a warrior's mark. When one warrior swears their life to another. Ray frowned. Like a vow. Yes, she whispered. It means the one who made it will live or die with the one they marked. Ray looked at her. You wrote this. She nodded. Why? Nara breathed slowly. Because I owe you my life. You saved me. You trusted me. No one ever did that before. Not even my own kind. Ray didn't know what to say. He had been a soldier for years. Seen death. Killed to survive. Lost friends. Lost his sister. He never thought an alien would offer her life for his. He sat down beside her. Tell me the truth. All of it. She looked at him. I was born in a breeding tank. Raised in war cages. My people don't have families. We have orders. I trained to spy on humans. To learn your words. Your thoughts. To copy your tech. They said humans are monsters. But when I landed here and saw your eyes, she paused. You were broken, but kind. You didn't shoot me. Ray stared into the fire. I've lost people too. I know what it's like to feel empty inside. Nara turned her head slowly. Then maybe we're not so different. They sat in silence. But outside, the snow was falling harder. The scanner beeped again. Fast. They're close, Ray said. He loaded his weapon. Gave one to Nara. She smiled slightly. This is human design. Good balance. You know how to shoot? She raised an eyebrow. I was trained to kill your kind. I know how. Ray laughed once. Let's hope you're a better partner than enemy. Hours passed. They didn't sleep. Then movement outside. The trap triggered. A small explosion. Ray jumped up. They're here. He checked the monitor. 3 heat signatures. One of them massive. Larger than human. Nara looked at the screen. That one is a hunter captain. He tracks blood packs. Ray blinked. Wait. Because you marked me, he's coming for me too? Nara nodded. If we fight, he won't stop until one of us dies. Ray sighed. Great. Any good news? Nara looked into his eyes. Yes, blood packs are stronger than fear. The battle started fast. Laser shots. Screams. Fire. Ray and Nara fought side by side. Nara moved like a shadow. Quick. Sharp. Deadly. Ray covered her back. Firing clean. Saving her twice. But the big one, the hunter captain, broke through. He slammed into Ray, sending him flying. Nara screamed. The alien captain grabbed her by the neck. "You dare protect a human?" he growled in her language. "I don't protect a human," she said, choking. "I protect my pack." Then she pulled out Ray's gun and fired through her own shoulder. The shot went clean through the captain's head. Silence. Ray crawled to her. "Nara!" She was bleeding badly. He pressed his hands on the wound. "You're crazy," he said. She smiled weakly. "Now we are both part of the blood pact." Ray held her tightly. Above them, another signal beeped. Louder. Bigger. Ray looked at the sky. A ship was coming. Not alien. Not rescue. Human command. A bright light broke through the clouds. Ray covered his eyes. The snow lit up like fire. A ship was landing. Not alien. Human. He could see the symbol Earth Command. Ray grabbed his radio. Static buzzed in his ear. Then a voice came through. "This is Search Team Bravo. We found your crash signal, Captain Walker. Hold position. We're coming." He looked at Nara. She was still weak, wrapped in bandages, her shoulder bleeding from the last fight. "They're here," he said. "To help?" she asked. Ray paused. "I think so." But Nara's eyes stayed cold. "No, they don't help my kind." Minutes later, 3 soldiers appeared through the snow, all in full gear, helmets on, rifles ready. The leader walked forward and removed his helmet. A familiar face. Commander Breck. Ray stood, straightening his back. "Sir." "Ray, you're lucky to be alive." "I had help," Ray said. Breck looked around. "You were alone?" Ray hesitated. Then, "Not exactly." One of the soldiers moved closer, scanning the area. "What's in the pod?" he asked. Ray stepped in front. "Nothing dangerous." Another soldier spoke up. "Sir, I'm picking up foreign energy. Alien type." Breck's eyes narrowed. "You didn't mention this in your distress call, Ray." Ray clenched his fists. "I didn't know if I could trust you." The soldiers pushed past him and found Nara. She stood up slowly, hands raised. "No weapon." "Alien contact confirmed," one soldier said. "She's not a threat," Ray said quickly. "She saved my life." "She's the enemy," Breck said coldly. "You know the orders. No alien contact. No mercy." Ray stepped between them. "She's not the same as the others. Her people left her. She chose to protect me." Breck raised his weapon. "I don't care. Orders are orders." Nara looked at Ray. "No need to fight. Let them take me." "No," he whispered. Breck aimed at her head. "Step aside, Captain." Ray didn't move. "I won't let you kill her." "Then I'll kill you too," Breck said. His finger moved toward the trigger. Ray raised his own weapon, pointed it at his commander. Silence. The wind howled through the valley. Snow swirled like ghosts. One of the soldiers spoke. "Sir, he's serious." Breck sneered. "You're a fool, Ray. You'd throw away your life for a freak." Ray looked back at Nara, her eyes full of fear and trust. He made his choice. "Yeah, I would." He fired. The shot hit Breck's arm. He fell back, shouting. Ray turned, grabbed Nara, and ran. The pod exploded behind them. Nara had triggered a self-destruct on her way out. Smoke and fire filled the air. They ran through the ice canyons. Laser shots flew past. "Keep running," Ray yelled. "I'm slowing you down," Nara said. "I don't care." She stumbled. He caught her. Behind them, the soldiers were shouting. "We won't escape," she said. "We will." They slid down into a crevice, hiding behind a frozen wall. Ray pressed his back against the ice. His heart was racing, his hands shaking. He had just shot his own commander. "Why?" Nara asked softly. "Why would you risk everything?" Ray looked at her. "Because you did the same, for me." She smiled, weak but real. Then her expression changed. "Ray, your signal. It's still active." "What?" "They can track you." Ray opened his comlink. The beacon was flashing. "Damn it." He smashed it against the wall. Silence. Too late. "They know where we are." Above them, footsteps echoed. Soldiers. Hunting. Nara reached into her pouch and pulled out a second key chip. What's that? It's a human override code. I took it from your ship before it exploded. Ray frowned. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't know if I'd trust you. And now, she handed it to him. I'd rather die by your hand than theirs. Ray looked at the chip. A second gift. A second chance. As the voices got closer, Nara whispered, There's a place south of here. My people's secret gate. We can reach it. If we move now. Ray helped her stand. One last look behind them. Then they disappeared into the storm. The storm was endless. Ray Walker pushed through the snow, one arm holding up Nara, the other gripping his rifle. The cold bit into his skin. His muscles screamed. But he didn't stop. Nara's legs were weak. Her head rested on his shoulder. She was breathing, but barely. They had been walking for hours. Chased. Hunted. Alone. They found a broken transport pod, half buried under snow. Not working, but enough to hide. Ray laid Nara down gently. Her skin was cold. Her breathing shallow. He checked her wound. The bleeding had stopped, but strange blue veins were glowing under the skin. Nara, he whispered. Her eyes fluttered open. I'm still here. Ray sat beside her. You're burning up. She nodded. My body. It's changing. The tracker virus. It's spreading. What do we do? She touched his arm. I need rest. Time. Maybe then it stops. Ray nodded. I'll keep watch. Silence filled the pod. Snow hit the windows. Ray looked down at her. You know, I've never trusted anyone like this. Nara smiled weakly. Because I'm not human? No, he said. Because I've lost too much. She looked at him, waiting. My sister. She died in the first wave. When your people bombed Titan Base. I was there. I pulled her out of the rubble. But it was too late. He paused. She was just 14. Nara whispered. I'm sorry. Ray looked away. I hated all of you. Every alien. Every voice that didn't sound like ours. And now? She asked. I don't know. He turned to her. But I don't hate you. She reached up, slowly, and touched his cheek. Her hand was warm now. Very warm. They sat like that for a moment. Not as soldier and alien. Not as enemies. But as something new. Something in between. Later that night, Ray fell asleep. Dreams came. Soft this time. No screams. No blood. Just a quiet voice. I'm not leaving you, Ray. He woke with a jolt. Nara was standing near the door, her back to him. Her body glowing faintly. Her breathing steady. You okay? He asked. She nodded. For now. Ray walked up behind her. What are you thinking? There's a place not far. A signal tower. Old tech. If we reach it, I can call someone. Your people. No, she said. Someone else. Someone who left like I did. Someone who wants peace. Ray studied her face. You trust them? I trust you more. They packed what little they had. Ray gave her his backup pistol. Just in case. She smiled. You sure you trust me with this? I trusted you with my life. They moved through the canyon, side by side. Their steps slow, but stronger than before. Suddenly beeping. Ray checked the scanner. Someone's nearby. They ducked behind ice rocks. Patrol drone flew overhead. Not alien. Human-made. Ray watched it pass. Nara whispered. They won't stop. Your people. My people. They all want one thing. What? To kill the last ones who believe in something different. Ray looked at her. Then let's make them see. They reached the tower at nightfall. A broken structure, leaning sideways, covered in frost. Ray climbed first, clearing the ice. He helped Nara up. Inside, a small control panel still blinked. Can you use it? He asked. I'll try. She pressed her hand against the surface. Her veins lit up. Energy flowed. The panel came alive. She typed something in her language. Ray watched. Then a signal shot into the sky. Blue lightning cracked the clouds. It's done, she said. Ray stepped closer. What now? Nara turned to him. We wait, and hope the right one answers. Suddenly, she gasped. Her body shook. She dropped to her knees. Nara! He caught her. Her skin burned hot, the veins brighter now, her eyes white with light. I can't stop it. The change. Ray held her. Don't leave me. She opened her mouth to speak, but her voice was no longer hers. It was echoing, strange, mechanical. Then, silence. She collapsed in his arms. Ray's hands were shaking. Nara lay in his arms, glowing with blue light. Her skin was hot. Her eyes were open but empty. Her lips moved, but no sound came. Come on, Ray whispered. Breathe. Just breathe. Then her chest rose. A sharp breath. Her body tensed. She let out a loud cry. Not pain. Something else. Power. The light faded from her body. She opened her eyes slowly. But they were not gold anymore. They were white, glowing, calm, silent. Nara, Ray asked. She blinked twice, confused. Then, her voice returned. I'm here, I think. You changed, he said. What happened to you? She sat up weakly. My body rewrote itself. The virus inside me mixed with your ship's human tech. It unlocked something inside me. Something I didn't know I had. Ray looked worried. Are you still you? She looked at him for a long time, then nodded. Yes, but stronger now. The tower lights blinked. A loud beep echoed from the panel. Ray turned to check. The signal was answered. A reply was coming. On the screen, inbound vessel ETA, 5 minutes. Ray's heart raced. Your friend. I hope so, Nara said. Suddenly, the tower shook. The ground rumbled. Ray ran to the window. In the sky, 2 ships. One small, the other massive. Alien. They found us, Nara whispered. Ray grabbed his gear. Can we fight them? No, she said. But we can destroy what they came for. Ray frowned. What's that? Nara looked at the tower. This tower sends data to an old war AI buried under this moon. Both sides want to take control of it. Whoever controls the AI controls the next war. Ray stared at the control panel. So we shut it down? We destroy it. Outside, engines roared. The smaller ship was close. It hovered and landed fast. A ramp dropped. Out stepped a figure, tall, masked, with the same blue veins as Nara. Ray raised his weapon. Nara stepped forward. No, he's with me. The figure removed his helmet. Another alien, older, scars on his face. He bowed slightly to Ray. I am Kale, Nara's bond brother. Ray lowered the weapon slowly. She called you for help. Kale nodded. She made the right choice. But we must act fast. A deep sound shook the ground. The enemy ship landed on the far side of the valley. Dark metal, sharp wings, no light, just shadows. Figures moved around it. Many, armored, armed. They won't wait, Kale said. We have minutes. Ray looked at the tower. Tell me how to blow it. Kale and Nara opened the ground panel. Inside, old wires, glowing blue crystals, humming cores. Ray planted the charges. Once it blows, Kale said, the AI dies forever. No more control. No more war plans. Ray looked up. You sure about this? Kale nodded. I've lived long enough to know war brings nothing but graves. Ray looked at Nara. You ready? She smiled. I've been ready since the day you didn't kill me. Suddenly, gunfire. Outside, figures charging through the snow. Ray ran to the edge. They're here. He turned to Kale and Nara. Set the timer. 5 minutes. Then run to the ship. They nodded. Ray took position at the entrance. Gun raised. Laser fire lit the air. Ray fought hard. Took down 1, 2, 5. His shoulder burned from a shot. But he held the line. He saw Kale run past with Nara. They reached the ship. The timer beeped. 2 minutes. Ray turned to run. A blast hit his leg. He fell. Pain. Snow. Darkness. He tried to crawl. One figure walked toward him, tall, in full alien armor. Commander, weapon pointed. Ray reached for his pistol, gone. The figure stepped closer. Suddenly, a flash of white light. The alien commander stopped. A soft sound cut the air. Then, his head fell. Nara stood behind him, eyes glowing white. She held a blade made of pure energy. She grabbed Ray. "You're not dying today." They ran. Boarded the ship. Kale launched it. Behind them, the tower exploded. A blue blast filled the sky. The ground shook. The enemy ship broke apart midair. The sky fell quiet again. Inside the ship, Ray sat beside Nara, his leg bleeding, her hand on his. The old AI was gone. No more control. No more war puppets. Ray looked at her. "You really saved me this time." She smiled. "You saved me first." On the screen, Kale pointed to one last signal. "Final destination. The core." Ray blinked. "What's the core?" Kale looked at him. "It's where all this began, and where it must end." The ship flew low over the frozen land. Below them, fire still burned from the tower's destruction. Smoke curled into the sky like black fingers. Inside the ship, Ray sat quietly. His leg was wrapped in bandages. His eyes were focused on the screen ahead. Beside him, Nara stood tall. Her skin no longer glowed, but her eyes still held the power. Calm, strong. Ahead of them, a dark shape in the snow. A huge gate. Old. Alien. Covered in symbols. The core. Kale piloted the ship slowly toward it. "This is where the first commands were written," he said. "The war plans. The enemy codes. Controls everything." Ray stared. "And it's still active?" "Yes," Kale said. "It waits for someone strong enough to take control." Ray looked at Nara. "You think they'll try again?" "They already have," she said. "We're not alone." On the horizon, two shadows moved. Human command cruiser. Alien dreadship. Both had tracked the signal. Both wanted the core. The ship landed. Ray and Nara stepped out. Snow blew across the open plains. Weapons ready. Ray limped, but he didn't stop. They entered the core gate together. Inside was silent. Warm. Blue light moved across the walls. A central pillar stood in the middle. Spinning. Humming. Alive. Ray walked up to it. "What is it doing?" "It scans minds," Kale said, following behind. "It looks for one leader to command it." Suddenly, a voice filled the chamber. "Two minds detected. Human. Hybrid. Select one to lead." Ray and Nara looked at each other. "It wants us to choose?" he asked. Kale nodded. "Only one can bond with the core." Ray turned to Nara. "You should do it." Nara shook her head. "No. You are the better choice." "I don't want power." "Exactly," she said. "That's why it should be you." Before they could decide, the ground shook. Explosions. The enemy had arrived. Human troops entered from one side. Alien soldiers from the other. Shouting. Guns raised. Both sides stopped when they saw Ray and Nara at the core. The human commander spoke first. "Ray Walker, step away. That tech belongs to Earth." Ray shouted. "It belongs to no one. It ends here." The alien leader growled. "Hand over the hybrid. She's ours." Nara raised her weapon. Kale armed his blade. Ray looked at the core. The choice had to be made. He turned to Nara. Together, he grabbed her hand. They both touched the core. Light exploded. The soldiers backed away, shielding their eyes. A blast of energy lifted Ray and Nara into the air. Their minds connected. Thoughts, memories, pain, love, war, peace, everything. The core spoke again. Two minds. One choice. Destroy or control. Ray whispered, "We choose peace." A bright pulse spread out from the core. A wave of energy. The enemy guns stopped working. Their ships powered down. The AI inside the core shut off. Forever. Ray and Nara fell gently to the ground. The chamber was silent. Kale stepped forward, smiling. "It's over." Ray stood slowly. He looked at the soldiers around him. They didn't shoot. They didn't move. They just watched. As two former enemies stood side by side. Outside, the snow fell gently now. Quiet. No fire. No war. Days later, a small ship flew across the stars. Inside, Ray stood by the window, looking at Earth in the distance. Nara stepped beside him. "Do you miss it?" she asked. He nodded. "Sometimes. But I've found something better." She smiled. "What?" He turned to her. "A reason to live. The end."